another full body circuit. This will be to my EDM full body circuit 2 playlist. And the equipment that you need is just a set of weights if you have them, or anything that you can hold that's a few pounds will work as well. But I will give you some options to do some things without weights if you don't have them available. All right, let's get started with our warm up. We're gonna start with side lunges, so bring those legs out nice and wide, toes are to the corners, kneecaps pointing same direction as those toes as you lunge side to side. It's a nice dynamic move. So we do dynamic stretching for the warm up, and we do more static or stretch and hold at the end of workout. So we're just getting those joints and muscles ready for the activity, hopefully getting our body temperature up a little bit. Keep going side to side. Knees right above the ankle, abs in tight. And then we're gonna move to a wide leg squat so the toes stay out. You're gonna dip those hips down, reach to the floor, and back to the ceiling. Down, up, down, up. You don't have to touch the floor unless you want to. Kneecaps are still tracking, same direction as the toes. We'll try 10 more of these. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Bring those legs in, hip distance apart. We're just going to sweep those arms up and back. Lift up the heels as you lift up, and then lift up the toes as you swing those arms back. Calf raises, warming up your calves. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and keeping with that arm movement, open and wrap. Just alternate which arm is going on top. If you want a little extra element to this, you can try to balance on one leg. And then switch legs. Okay, from here, we're going to do an oblique work. So you're gonna raise that right arm up. As you bring the right knee up to the corner, you're gonna bring that elbow to your hip. So lift, lift, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch to the other side. Left arm goes up. Lift up 1, 6 more, 6, elbow goes right to that hip, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, right leg comes up, you're gonna swing that knee up, and then when you go to the back, you're gonna squeeze that glute and just keep that nice and controlled so you're not hyperextending when you pull back. So swing the knee up, and then do a glute lift to the back, so squeezing that glute. Bring your arms out for a little more balance, wherever they feel comfortable. 6 more, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, other side for 10. 10, knees already feeling better. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, ready for our circuit. We have 12 stations, 45 seconds for each station, and 10 seconds to move to the next one. And we'll do the circuit 2 times through. So 12 different exercises twice. And I'll go ahead and start the circuit.
Starting session.
Okay, the first one is just a jump rope with those heel digs. And if you want to add a little extra element to it, you're going to do it in single, single, double move. Here we go. Single, single, double, single, single, double, heel, heel, double heel. Single, single, double, single, single, double. Make sure you're using those arms. This one seems like a long one. Ah, there's the buzzer. Okay, next up, you're gonna have just one weight. This is gonna be a side lunge. Come up to the center, tricep, and then you do it the opposite way. So let's go to our right first. To the right, lift, tricep. To the left, lift. So side lunge, so that one knee bends, pull it back. Side lunge, tricep. So pulling that elbow down right under the wrist, kind of making that corner square shape as you move down into that side lunge. So I'm trying not to have you hear me breathe, because this doesn't really help it with that windscreen on. So I'm finding I'm holding my breath and not getting to breathe even more. So I'm gonna try not to do that. You're just gonna have to listen to me breathe. That means the workout's getting your heart rate up. That's a positive thing. Okay, next up, you're gonna need that second weight. We're gonna do a reverse lunge with that right leg with a bicep curl. Here we go. And then you're gonna do a lateral raise when you come up, just the right leg. And then the next station, we'll do the other leg. Right leg goes back, reverse lunge, lateral raise. Bicep curl with that reverse lunge. So you're stepping back, dipping that knee down, your chest is open, abs are tight. Love the reverse lunges. Dipping back, dip that knee down. Last one. All right, just switching over, our left foot now is gonna go back to the reverse lunge, doing that bicep curl with a lateral raise. If you wanna change your bicep curl, you could do hammer grip if you wanted to. Side. So 45 seconds, other side, left leg's going back. Dip that back knee down, front knee stays right above that ankle. I think this is going to be a good one. I'm already breathing heavy. And you know I'm doing it with you, so I know what it feels like. I'm not just standing there telling you what to do. I know how it feels. Okay, next one is called a flip and fly. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see my form from that, and then I'll turn around. Weights are in a V shape. You're going to squat down, flip right in front of that chin, squat down, you keep your back flat, fly. So lift those hips up, flip, fly, open up. Hips lift up, push them forward, fly. So when you flip, just bring those weights right in front of that chin, so not too high. Nice neutral position with the back when you move to the fly. I'll go this way so you can see V shape with those weights and fly. Flip and fly, like you're doing a little tire flip. No tire needed though. Awesome. All right, we're gonna put our weights down for now. The next is either regular jumping jacks, or you can be on the ground and do plank jacks. If you don't want to do these, you can tap your foot out side to side, or you can do those modified jumping jacks standing. So those look like this. So regular jacks, plank jacks, you're going to make it work for you. So I gave you all those options. You stick with the one that works for you. All right, Next up is one leg Romanian deadlift. So you need just one weight in your hand. We're gonna start with our right leg going back first. Pull it back, chest is open. 1, 2, and lift up. So try not to reach, just allow your body to hinge at the hips with that back leg coming back nice and straight. Nice straight line through the heel, through the body. Great balance work, hamstring work, back work, core, abs. Okay, we just do that same thing on the opposite side. So now our left leg is going back. You have the weight in your right hand, or excuse me, in your left hand. Here we go. Down, 2. So left leg is going back, weights in your left hand as well. And the other arm, I have mine lifted out to the side in sort of a T position, and that helps me balance a little bit more. I'm still working, getting that balance back after my ACL surgery. So this is actually one of the exercises my physical therapist gave me to do, so making you do it with me. But actually it's one of my favorite exercises to do, so that was an easy one to agree to. All right. Grab that other weight. We're gonna do some shoulder presses and just a slight variation on these. Palms start facing forward. You're gonna rotate. Palm goes forward, palm comes in. Alternate. So keep guiding that elbow right under the wrist as you press up. And instead of pressing straight up, you're going just a little bit forward. So keep guiding the elbow right under the wrist. Nice rotation for the shoulder, for the palm going forward and pulling in. Now, if you want to make this more challenging, you can try balancing on one leg while you do it. And then you can switch to the other leg. All right. This next one, you might need to back up just a little bit. It's going to be a tire run, so these wide runs, and a sport shuffle back. Here we go. And the sport shuffle is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, tire run, take it up. And then shuffle back, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, tire run, up. This is a little bit harder for me to do. Shuffle back, 1, 2, 3. Tire run, so it's just big wide runs like you're hopping in some tires. Shuffle back, 1, 2, 3, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, tire run. Shuffle back, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, last time. Hopefully it's last time. I just called it. I was right. Okay. On the ground this time, if you have a mat, make it more comfortable. You're gonna roll down with those arms, and you're gonna do an uppercut and fight it up. Roll down, uppercut, take it up. Roll it down, fight it up. Roll it down, fight it up. Roll it down, fight it up. So this next one, you're going to need your weights for. So keep that in mind when we stop. Okay, those weights. Kind of left mine over here. So in this one is going to be a chest press. If you don't have weights, you can do push-ups. On your knees modified or full push-ups. So guiding those weights, they touch right above that chest. And if you want to add an extra dimension to this, you can do a bridge. So as your arms push up, the hips lift up. And as the weights come down, the hips come down. This is our last one of the 12, and we'll start again with that jump rope after 10 seconds. All right, we gotta get rolling here. I'm just gonna move my mat out of the way. You might wanna do that too, just so you don't trip on it. Jump rope, single, single, double. Here we go. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. So here we are back at the first exercise. We've got all of them to go through. And at the end, we'll do a little bit of glute and core work and stretch. So this is great. We've got our heart rate up the whole time. We're moving quickly from one exercise to the next, getting all those muscle groups in. Single, single, double, single, single, double, single, single, double. Okay. Next is side lunge with the tricep. Again, just really be cautious because we're moving side to side that you're don't have your other weight in your way from your step. Come down, side lunge, tricep. Side lunge, tricep. So just double check that kneecap, same direction as the toes as you step out. Bending that leg and then coming back straight. Push off. Last one. Okay, reverse lunge with the bicep curl. We'll do right leg first. You're gonna step back into that lunge with the bicep curl. Here we go. And lateral raise. If you want to add a little extra element to this, you can kick out, if I can demonstrate it, kick out that right leg to the side when you do your lateral raise. Takes a little bit of balance, as you can see. I was about to fall over there. I opened the garage doors today to let a little more sun and fresh air in. Okay, switching the opposite side, our left leg is going to go back with a lateral raise. All right, here we go. So I hear people out there walking, talking on the phone or talking to a friend. They're probably like, what is going on in there? Reverse, bicep curl. Remember, if you want to add in that leg raise to the side, go ahead. And then when you do your arm lift, don't go any higher than your shoulders. So stop right there. That'll protect that shoulder joint. All right. Okay. Next up is that flip and fly. I'll do it to the side first and then move to the front. So V shape with those weights, squat down. You're gonna thrust those hips forward as you come right in front of your chin. Nice flat neutral back when you do your fly. Flip, fly, flip. And I'll change it to the front so you can see that. Flip, fly. So nice back exercise as you're pulling back, squeezing those shoulder blades, open the chest, pull the belly button in, nice flat neutral back. That's important. Okay, this next one is the option to either do regular jacks, modified jacks, or you can go right down to the floor and do plank jacks. I'll show you all the variations. This is a modified if you're not a jumper. You can do regular jacks, which is actually getting easier for me to do, but I don't want to push it. Or you can do plank jacks. So you jump out in a plank. Or if you're here, you can just tap your toe out. So it's really wonderful as you can find any variation that's going to work for you and still get a great workout. In fact, the jumping's not quite there for me. I'm getting really, really close, but this is going to be a great exercise for me. I'm clearly sweating, so hopefully you are too. Okay. One leg deadlift. Grab that weight. Let's see, we'll do our right leg first. So the right leg is going back. Weight's in the right hand. The left hand's out to the side in a T position. Romanian one leg deadlift. Chest stays open. Try to keep a nice flat back as you come down so you're not rounding or reaching with that back, with that arm. Okay, switch sides. Left arm, or excuse me, left leg goes back. Left arm holds that weight. Right arm to the side. Here we go. I kind of do 2 counts down and 2 counts up. I'm used to doing this with the music. So just have to have it in my head. But music is so important to me, and I get a lot of feedback about my music, so I figured the best way is just to give you access to my playlist, and then you can just play it along. That way I don't get any copyright violations. And we don't have to listen to weird music. Sometimes weird music is good, but. All right, next up is that shoulder rotation. So grab your other weight, palms facing in. I'm just gonna rotate right and left. Right, left. Guiding that elbow right underneath the wrist. And again, if you wanna try to balance, make this more challenging, you can. Totally not necessary. And then switch to the other side. I'm building my balance back up, so this is good for me. Also, when you bring one leg up, helps engage that core a little bit more. So this all around makes the exercise more challenging and more muscle engagement. That can be a positive thing. Okay, weights back by your mat, but just make sure they're not in your way. We're going to be running. We're going to do those tire runs next with a sport shuffle. Here we go. Tire run for 8. Sport shuffle back. 1, 2, 3. Right, left, right. Left, right, left. Right, left, right. Run for 8. Shuffle back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Tire run. Shuffle back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Tire run up. Shuffle back. Tire run. Shuffle back. Tire run. Hopefully this is the last one. I think it is. Shuffle back. Okay, we're on our mat now. If you want to move that mat forward, you can. We're going to do those abs where you roll down and you fight it up. Roll it down, uppercut, take it up. that down, and uppercut, nice strong punches as you come up. Okay, chest press is next. You can add that bridge in if you don't have weights and you want to do push-ups, or if you prefer push-ups, go ahead and do those push-ups. So your choice. This works your chest, your pecs, and because you're pressing, extending the arm, that's your triceps, the muscle in the back of the upper arm, also the front part of your deltoids, your shoulders. So if you want to push those hips up into a bridge while you do this, it's a nice option to add. Your heels should be right below those knees. My right heel might not quite be in the right alignment yet. All right, session complete, the timer says. Okay, from here, we're gonna do a few more bridge work. So I'll hit those glutes and hamstrings and back and abs, and then a few more abs, and then we'll stretch. So back to those, already in that bridge position. Let's go and lift those hips up. We're just gonna hold it up, 1, 2, 3, drop. 1, 2, 3, drop. 1, 2, 3, drop. Now if you wanna use those hands, you're gonna pull them up, 1, 2, 3, bring them down. 1, 2, 3, bring it down. 1, 2, 3, bring it down. Really pull that belly button in, slight tuck of that tailbone, really feel those abs engage, the low back, the glutes, the back of the thighs. We're gonna try this a few more times. What you can do is lift up your toes as you come up, 2, 3, and come down. Lift those toes up, 2, 3, toes push down. Lift up, 2, 3, bring it down. 4 more, lift up, 2, 3, bring it down. I already lost count. I think this is 2 more. And last one. See, the music actually helps me when I'm actually teaching. I kind of use the beat of the music to know what count I'm on. Now you know my secrets. All right, next up. Hold the bridge, hold it really tight, so keep those hips lifted. Right leg, left leg, down, up. Right leg, left leg, drop the hips down, up. Right leg, left leg, down, up. Let's try 3 more. Right leg, left leg, down, up. 2 more. Right leg, left leg, down, up. Last time. Right leg, left leg, down, up. Single leg bridges. Lift that right leg up. You can either have it straight up to the ceiling or resting right here. Just press up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch. Again, you can either have that leg straight up, pump, 8, 7, or right here, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Ooh, hands behind your head. Let's finish up with some ab work. So just kind of lift those shoulders up for a moment. We'll get right to it. And then crisscross into a bicycle. And then we're going to bring those hands out to the side in a T. You're going to draw those knees over to the side. You're going to peel up, Pike and sit up, and over to the other side. Now on this one, whoops, let me move that microphone just a little bit. You're gonna lift up, extending those legs out. If you don't want to extend those legs, you can just touch the outside with the bent legs. That's a little bit easier variation. And a couple more sets. And let's take it over onto our hands and knees. We're gonna do right arm, left leg, so it's opposite. You're gonna extend out and you're gonna scoop, bringing that elbow to the knee and extend. Now when you extend, it's not about going up and hyperextending your back. It's actually about reaching to the opposite ends of the room and keeping that back in a nice neutral position. Elbow scoop, reach straight out. Let's try about 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then you're gonna hold it up, last set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that hand and knee in, curl those toes under. Gonna lift those knees up just a few inches off your mat. We're gonna press into those fingertips, hollowing out your chest, pushing up between those shoulder blades. So we have some space in that shoulder joint. Okay, a couple more counts, and then draw those knees down. We're gonna switch now, doing our right leg and left arm. We're gonna pull it in. I can't scoop as well with this knee. It's just not gonna come in there. So you can touch your elbow to your knee. That works for you. And I'll just come in just a little bit. Again, when you extend out, you're reaching to the opposite ends of the room. Keep that hip down on the side of the leg that's moving so that you're not opening that up. Nice straight neutral position with that spine. Your gaze is straight down on your mat. Do one more. And then let's hold it up for this last set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to that crouching plank. Curl those toes under. Remember, press through those fingertips so you hollow out that chest, space in that shoulder joint so you're not sagging. Gaze is straight down, belly button in, breathe. All right, come on down. Okay, that concludes our circuit. Let's stretch now before we go. Very important not to blow that off. I know it's quite common to do that. So I'll give you some of my favorite stretches. Straighten out that leg, those legs out in front of you. Go ahead and stack one foot on top of the other and reach down towards your shin or your shoelaces or your toes. Once you're here, draw that head down, bring your chin towards your chest. Okay, that foot that's on top, you're gonna guide it up above the knee. You're gonna bend that leg that's on the ground and you're gonna scoot your bottom towards your heel as much as it feels comfortable. So you might even touch your bottom to the back of your heel if you have enough flexibility. You're gonna feel this down here in the glute. Once you get to the spot that feels good to you, I always say your body should talk to you, not yell at you. You're gonna draw your chin to your chest. And I call this a yowza, because sometimes you really feel it once you bring that chin down. Okay, let's release that. We'll switch. So we're gonna stack the other foot on top now, reaching down to your shin or your shoelaces or your toes, wherever you can reach. If you do happen to have a hand towel nearby, you could kind of lasso around your foot, and that'll give a nice way to kind of bear and pull yourself in a little bit better, and then draw your head down, chin to your chest. So it's always good at the end. This is called static stretching, where it's a stretch and hold. And this is where, if your body's nice and warm, you can really help improve your flexibility. So this is the time to hold it, about 10 to 30 seconds or longer. That top foot now is gonna come up right above the knee. And you're gonna slide that leg up, and you're gonna scoot your bottom towards that heel as much as it feels comfortable. Walk those hands in. And then your final move will be bringing your chin to your chest. I used to joke and say, and if you still don't feel it, put your leg behind your head, and then someone did that. So I guess that's a possibility too. All right, legs out into a nice straddle position, and you're just gonna walk those hands forward as much as it feels comfortable. This is usually a pretty tight spot for a lot of people. Those inner thighs, your adductors, go ahead and draw your head down to the floor. I like to put my hands down to kind of support the weight of my upper body. Or you can bring the hands out to the sides. Grab hold of those shins. That's another option. Okay, come on up. We're gonna walk over to our hands and knees. We're gonna do a nice calf stretch and make our way up to standing position. So taking your right leg behind you, and push your heel back as you pull your, or push your thigh up to the ceiling, and your hips are pretty square. If you don't feel that in your calf muscle, all you need to do is slide that foot forward a little bit more and then push back again so you feel that in your calf. Gastrocnemius is the name of the calf muscle. The way you remember that is put your foot on the gas, gastrocnemius. You're pointing that foot onto the gas, you're using your calf muscle. Okay, see, can't help it, I'm an educator. Sneak that stuff in, curl the toes under, and push that heel back. That one feels tight. When you're pushing the heel back, you're pushing the thigh up to the ceiling. That'll get it a little bit deeper stretch. And if you don't feel it in your calf, just slide that toe forward a little bit more and then go back again. Okay, this next one is for the psoas, your hip flexor, which is really tight in so many people. So strongly encourage this one anytime you can. You're gonna take your right leg forward, and then you're gonna scooch that back knee back as much as it feels comfortable. Everyone's gonna be in a different spot depending on your flexibility there. Draw those hips to the ground. And then from here, if this feels pretty good to you and you wanna come up, you can. You're going to bring those hands up to the thigh and your hips are forward like headlights. And then that, whatever leg's in front, so we stepped up our right foot in front, you're gonna twist over that right side. See if you can open up that hip flexor, that psoas. You feel that really deep, kind of right in front of the hip, and maybe up even more into the, you're gonna feel it up there in the abdominal area to the side. Okay, let's switch legs. Bringing that left leg up to the front, we'll do the same thing. So take your time here. Scooching that knee back as much as it feels comfortable, drawing those hips down. This one's quite a bit tighter for me than the other side. And then coming up, bringing the hands to that thigh. Open up the belly and the hips and the chest. And then twist over that bent leg. Okay, let's come down. Step that foot back. All right, that wasn't as graceful as I had hoped it would be, but here we are. This is my life now. Reach down toward those toes, let your head hang. If you want to grab hold of your elbows, you can. Just trying to open up through the back of those thighs, your hamstrings, and your low back. Soft knees here, so try not to lock out those knees. From here, hands are going to go to your thighs. I'd like you to lengthen out your back. So a nice neutral position with that back, and you have the hands on your legs to support. You're going to draw those hips down so you keep that nice neutral position and come on up to a standing position. A couple more stretches. Go ahead and take that left leg over the right. Reach up with that left arm and side bend. And then we're going to switch. Cross the other leg over, reach up and over. And then uncross those legs, clasp your hands, push them forward. And I kind of step my legs out a little bit so I can scoop my tailbone under, pull the belly button in, and round out my shoulders, bringing the chin to the chest. And then lifting up. Feet come together, open up through that chest. And bringing those hands down. And we'll do one big deep breath before we go. And exhale out. All right, great job today. Thanks for joining me.